Hi, this is Laurie Senecal, and I'm recording this presentation from Wimberley, Texas. I'm going to be talking today about backward design and why backward design is best. So backward design involves working with the end in mind, and today we're going to talk about shifting our mindset and learning a little bit more about backward design. So the first thing you should know is that in backward design, you must identify desired results, which is basically your big ideas and your skills. Determine acceptable evidence, which is the culminating assessment task, and then develop and plan new learning experiences and your instruction. And this is where that is evidence-based. So what's the difference between a standard curriculum and backward design planning? Standard course planning versus backward design. Standard is where you choose your textbook, you write your syllabus, you write and revise your lectures, you prepare your PowerPoints, write your exams and problem sets. This type of designing is instructor-centered. Backward design begins with formulating broad learning goals, setting specific learning objectives, designing assessments, formative and summative, developing learning activities, lectures, homework, etc. And this form is more student-centered. So, looking at assessment types, standard planning involves traditional quizzes and tests, using paper and pencil, having the tests be selected response or constructed responses based on the teacher. Backward design is performance task and project-oriented. It's open-minded, it's complex, and it's authentic. So what are the three states or stages of backward design? Identifying your desired results, which is what it is that I want the students to understand and know and be able to do. Determine acceptable evidence. How will I know that they know what I want them to know? And plan learning experiences. What do I need to prepare them for the assessments? So in order to plan using a backward design, I provided a lesson plan template. So this is what it would look like, broken down into the different stages. Stage 1, identify desired learning results. And this is where you put your unit title. That would be or include enduring understandings, which are your key understandings. Then there'd be a section where it says students will understand that, and this is where the teacher would write that, what the students will understand down. What are the essential questions? And then students state the statement where students will be able to do. Stage 2, determine evidence for assessing learning. These are the performance tasks, which would use performance indicators such as projects, unit tests, and academic prompts. And then you would finish up stage 2 with other evidence, which is the formative assessments. Stage 3 is build learning plan activities. This would be your lesson plan key elements, instructional activities, and material and resources. So what does that look like in a science lesson? So let's take, for instance, Science Tech 4B, Matter and Energy. So if you're going to write your learning plan, your lesson plan, it would begin with stage 1. The unit title is where you'd start. In this case, we're going to do matter and energy. And what are your enduring understandings? You want the students to know that interactions occur between matter and energy. And students will recognize that radiant energy from the sun is transformed into chemical energy through the process of photosynthesis. Then you're going to have your essential questions. Stage 2 are your performance tasks. That's where you might have a group project. You also would include other evidence such as formative assessments. Stage 3 is where you would write down the knowledge, the facts, the activities, the principles of what the students will need, and the skills, the processes, procedures, and your strategies. So backward design, in conclusion, is targeted learning. Stage 1, you're going to identify desired results. Stage 2, determine acceptable evidence. And Stage 3, plan learning experiences and instruction. This model is based on the stages of backward design by Wiggins and Ty in 2005. So I hope that this has been informative. We're now going to work together to develop some lesson plans in science based on the learning TEKs. I'm going to divide everybody into groups, and we will work through the process together. Let's get started.